repeat my answer. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you, sir. So once again, good morning to all online participants. Kindly those who have joined online, just give me any signal that are you audible to me? If I am audible, just raise your hand or keep message in chat box, or you can unmute yourself and let me know that my voice is audible or not. Any online joint participant?
Maybe on.
Yeah?
Yes, audible.
Yes, audible.
Yes.
Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. On behalf of Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Engineering for 1 week FDP on converting innovation into entrepreneurship and startup. So this is the day second and session first. So today we are having the keynote speaker as Dr. Prashant Pawar sir, Dean Academics at Swedish College of Engineering, Pandharpur. Associate Dean of Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar Solapur University Solapur, BOS Chairman of Civil Engineer Department at Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar Solapur University Solapur. So today he will talk on the topic of idea rack, creativity and reverse engineering. So before starting that, let's have some brief about today's keynote speaker. Dr. Prashant Pawar sir has completed his MTech in Structural Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology and PhD in Aerospace Engineering from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and postdoctorate from Aerospace and Information Engineering Department, Konkuk University, Korea, South Korea. He has a teaching experience more than 12 years in the field of structural related projects. He has a research experience for more than 15 years in the field of composite structure, aerospace structure, structural health monitoring, and dynamics of structure. He has received Young Scientist Fast Track Grant from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and received Best Doctorate Thesis Award from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and Best Teacher Award from AICT New Delhi and Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar Solapur University, Solapur. He is the one of the member of American Helicopter Society USA, Institute of Engineers, India, and Indian Society from Technical Education. Apart from that, Sir has published more than 70 papers in national and international journals and conferences. Google Scholar citation having 697 number and many more might be increased. And H index of 13 and count is going on. Then guided 5 PhD and guiding 6 PhD students. Right now it's increased by 7 students and guiding 6 or more than that. Guiding 6 PhD students and count is also going on and guided more than 20 postgraduate students. He has received research grants of more than rupees 4 crore for 6 projects and received consultancy of more than 2 crore. And this again crores number is increasing again. It's right now 3 onwards. He is having CMI level 5 certificate in management and leadership from Dublin College, UK. So this was some brief information about today's keynote speaker or speaker, we can say that. So such a great personality today we are having with us for the today's session. So I hope your continuous mentally presence in the hall, and we will take the benefit of the topic. So I request Dr. Prashant Pawar sir to take the charge of podium and start the session.
Good afternoon. Maybe those who are online, they can see me. Let's start my video. Yeah, today I have placed them nicely, so you should see. Okay, so I have kept 3 talks. I don't know how much time I have, around 2 hours, so I can manage. So first talk is idea rack and creativity. Actually, original slides are developed by a professor from IIT Kanpur, Prashant Kumar, and he gave this talk in Pandharpur, and I liked it, and I have been giving it again and again to various audiences. So you will also enjoy this talk. What is meant by idea rank and how it helps in improving the creativity. So usually we get mixed up with so many things, and that's where the rank concept was suggested by someone, and that concept I am presenting here. You can see long back 2006. These slides are quite old but still relevant. Some knowledges don't get old, in fact they get flourished. What happened? Right. Okay. So first of all, before we go to idea rank, what is meant by creativity? Always we say you should be creative or creative solution should be given. But sometimes if we are not clear with what is meant by creativity, if we are not aware, then it becomes difficult, and that's why first let's understand the terminology, that is what is creativity. Creativity is nothing but to generate or develop something which has not been done so far. That's a new thing. Are we doing something new? Then it is called as a creativity. Uh, okay. So what is meant by new something? It could be some hardware, it could be some process, it could be some scheme, it could be some new algorithm, it could be some new code also. Or it could be combination of code and process and algorithm and process. Or existing code you are taking but implementing it into hardware. Or you are taking few codes from internet and developing new application, or combination of it or using it for new something. That could also be called as a creativity. So how creative you are or how creative we are more or less creative in some or other things. So we should not say that I am not creative at all. So we have some creativity, some innovativeness, and that to the scale, right, maybe from 1%, 2%. Here I have given some number: 8, 12, 20, 40, 60, 80. So can we keep raising the bar of our creativeness? That's also important. And we can generate like a several ideas. So usually when we are creative, the first ideas are usually very complex, expensive, and infeasible. So whenever we get idea, don't insert your idea, but usually they are very complex. And when we re-look into it, oh, we can do it in this manner. We start making kind of simple, inexpensive, and feasible. So if we, you can search around how the progress took place. Maybe initial products, maybe water bottles may be there, or initial mobiles may be there, or initial cars may be there, how they were there, and over the period how they got progress. So you can start thinking how innovativeness, creativeness helped in making changes around us. If you see the old chair, now new chair, then again then material reduction, cost reduction, things have started changing. So what happens? Like if we get idea, you will see over a period of your 24-hour in a day, or 12-hour in a day, or 8-hour, whatever you are conscious about you. So 8 hour a day, you get several ideas and thoughts in your mind. And if you are not preserving those ideas, that's the main problem with us. We either say that this is not good creative idea, or either we are not thoughtful to write down, preserve, note, then you will insult your ideas. So that's why what you have to do is you have to store that idea, and for that what you will have to do is you will have to build the idea rack, and that's the talk. This talk is about idea rock, creating the ideas and keeping it in the rack, keeping it in the rack. So why to keep it in rack? So that you have to empty your mind. Otherwise, if some idea comes whole day like Sheikh Chiki, you are talking about your ideas and your mind is not empty. What will happen if you keep that idea for 2, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months in your mind? Your mind will be busy and it will not be empty for looking for another idea. And that's why you will have to put some notebook, or now you have online tool, let's say Excel sheet. I'm using nowadays Google Sheets. So there I am putting whatever new ideas come to my mind, and if I want to elaborate that idea, I create a, so there is an Excel sheet of ideas. Date I put what idea initially got, I put there, and then I create another doc file. In that I start writing. I get more curious. I search some journal papers or some products, some patents and things like that, so that I will start harnessing about the idea which I got. Or for that simply I just copy and paste, I write some, I remember, you will not believe it, if you start respecting the ideas coming into your mind, it will start coming in. If you start disrespecting and ignoring, it will not come. So I remember one day, I was doing some work in microfluidics, and one idea about milk adulteration came in the night when I was about to go into deep sleep. But I knew that if I don't trap it or hold that idea for now, I may forget or lose it in the morning. So I immediately got up, searched the paper, but I was not having pen. I took Sidhu's pencil and I did drawing. And you will not believe that we got very good product out of that. I have another experience. Like I had joined newly for my PhD program, and usually ideas come when your mind is very relaxed. I took bath and came back from bath very fresh morning. When you take bath, all the negative thoughts will go. And when I came back, I remember my friend Pujari, Abhijit Pujari, he had come from the Kolhapur just to meet me and see Bangalore. So I'm from bathroom till my room. It was a hostel, so it was not attached bathroom. So I was trying to hold that idea in my mind. I was worried that it will lose. Then my friend came. He said, "Oh, hello, hello." I said, "Wait for 5 minutes." Then I wrote that idea on paper, and you will not believe, within a 1 month I got first paper. That was after joining for PhD in, you will see, I'm not fooling you all, but it was in fact accepted, published also in first 4 months of my PhD. Big impact factor, that is that time it was 3.5, now it I might have reached to 6. And that same concept, whole my PhD, I finished on that. I published 11 journal papers. I got best thesis award. I wrote one book on that. If I would not have respected that thought on that morning, then I might have got another idea. But I would have struggled. It was a very innovative idea, and that's where I feel these tools. At that time, I was not knowing this idea, right? But I used to write. I used to be like write. So this new concept came. That's where I put. Initially, I took one big notebook, 300 rupees, big in the sense costly notebook, and I used to write ideas. And whenever I used to get time, now I keep Excel sheet because keeping notebook, if I lose it, forget it. So it's an Excel sheet I'm putting, and sheets are connected to sheet. So you will see that there is an index of sheet. Whenever I put new sheet, I'm adding. Otherwise, you will lose track. Now I have maybe at least 1,000 Excel sheets in my repository. So likewise, storing idea, you have to create your process of keeping the idea and making your mind free. Thus, develop library of independent ideas, not derivatives. What is meant by independent and derivatives? So if I say this bottle, circular bottle, triangular bottle, rectangular bottle, so these are derivatives. But ideas you may get idea of chair, you may get idea of software, you may get idea of electronics, you may get idea of Shinde sir may say I get idea of agriculture engineering. So again, don't stop saying that I am computer science engineer. Why am I getting civil engineering idea? Don't insert your mind. That's intuition is kind of, it's not God given. With such kind of culture and nurturing to your mind, intuition and ideas will start coming. And that's how you have to develop libraries of independent ideas. Sometimes you may get fruit out of it, sometimes you may not get fruit out of it. Sometimes some others may get benefited, but you will see, you will get good satisfaction at least with each idea becoming successful either by you or by someone else. So not necessarily every time you will get. So what it says that how to generate these ideas is, maybe you can do simple like God's photo. You can write a word in front of your cabin or office and stick, say think. Let's, I have, you can see I have one this thing, folder itself. Let's think. So you should spend time the way you spend time for watching movies, the way you spend time for lunch and dinner or reading books or reading whatever your exercise, daily exercise, or any other routines like brush and makeup and whatever. So you should keep some time for thinking. So, and that's what some good IBM somewhere think. They have such words and such environment. The way you sit for meditation, you should sit for thinking. And you see, to think is hard work, but very tangible. Nowadays, we are not getting time for thinking. So you should find the time for thinking. Do you agree with me? Or is it useful or some other work, useless work I'm discussing? Something new? Okay. So a new idea is very fragile, comes in faint wave. Whenever a new idea comes, it's a very faint and it may get vanish. Again, I'm reminding you, it may get vanish, it may get dropped out, it is vague. You should learn to catch. It's a very fragile. Fragile is like glass, it will get broken. So you'll have to catch it. Further, what you should do, you have to protect your idea from two things. From what things? Two things. One is from your criticism. Sometimes we have to protect our baby from ourselves and criticism of others. And that's why don't expose it unless until it becomes of age of 7, 8. We kind of protect it, wound it, wrap it, something like that. Or we will give cozy environment. And that's how we'll have to protect our ideas, your ideas from our own criticism and from others' criticism. The like rat eats away their own babies. So you might have heard, do not be rat to kill your own ideas prematurely. Give hibernation period. Let it sink. Let it do peripheral study. Understand itself. Get it matured. Till then, don't expose, don't criticize, read more about it. Otherwise, next time's ideas will not come. Your land will become infertile. So don't become rat to eat your own babies. Important. Next, one more important. Don't fall in love with your own ideas. That is, no favoritism, no prejudice towards your ideas. Otherwise, what will happen? You will become mad. Oh, this idea, he is foolish. He don't know anything. You may sell your land, you may sell your house, when you will become mad about your idea. That's why no favoritism, no prejudice towards ideas like your sons and daughters. Some infeasible ideas are stepping stones. Don't say, I wasted my 2 years. You won't. This is what you will do otherwise in life. You have to come here, do something, go home, sleep, come again next morning. I wasted my precious 2 years of life. What otherwise, what you are going to do? You learn a lot. That's why it's a stepping stone. People say that you sometimes fail 6 times in startup. If you want to become a good startup, you'll have to lose, fail, get up, regain. That's how it will. Some infeasible ideas will be stepping stone. Essential requirement: flexibility, many options like interdisciplinary. You can search some kind of interdisciplinary ideas, attitude building. For example, here polio eradication drive. So you can see there are different ways of doing it. There are different things you'll have to cover with respect to these ideas. What are the requirements to get good ideas? One is building habit of keen observation. So you have to be keen observer, keeping track of various methodologies. So idea generating methodologies or whatever way you do it. Good networking. Sometimes through network also you get ideas. Humor. That is make fun. Sometimes through fun also you create playful mind. Be happy. You are angry and you are getting ideas, it may not be possible. What are the helpful tools? Deep encounter. Keep, hey, I'm not interested in this topic. Get connected, understand what others are saying. Go into discussion and interaction. Chance of intrusion. Analogy. What is meant by analogy? I am not electrical engineer, but my friend Taburi madam is taking me to her department and explaining so many things about motors. That might strive to get new idea in civil engineering or computer engineering. Otherwise, The other day we visited Dr. Farooq Kaji's lab. I was very happy. Even other civil engineers were happy, mechanical engineers were happy, CS people were happy, electronics. That was our electrical department for that matter. But at least they got to know, we should reach to this level. That kind of analogy we can connect. Are you getting it? So you should not close your eyes. No, sir. I am computer engineer. How can you call me for civil engineering department meeting? Such closing, such vertical walls are creating problem to us. Reversal method. I'm going to tell you what is reversal method. Fusion of opposites. Brainstorming from a random word. Take some random word. And just think what ideas come in your mind. Elephant. Think, close your eyes. You can do that exercise. Close your eyes. Maybe we can ask also. I don't have a lot of material, so I will have to engage you. Close your eyes and we'll ask audience. I will take word, maybe 3 words. Elephant. Then maybe rabbit. And maybe kangaroo. So we'll ask some audience what thought you get. Don't give so much. Maybe, madam, what you got when we say kangaroo? Any idea? Don't worry, just say something. Doesn't matter. There is no
Caring.
caring. Okay. Elephant.
Big teeth.
Big teeth. Okay. You also got same thought. Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Wait. Wait. Very good.
House.
House. Okay. And then what I said, rabbit. Anything? Hazare madam, rabbit. Grass. Oh, very good. Speed. Okay. Okay. Let's take maybe fusion of opposites. What is meant by rabbit and what is that? Tortoise. Okay. So what fusion you will do? Close your eyes and think what fusion you will do. Read fusion of opposites. These are opposites. Rabbit has some good qualities. Tortoise has some good qualities. See if you can think and come up with consistency and speed. Okay, very good. Clap for her. Then anything else?
It can run faster upside.
Okay, and then we have to do fusion. Only one.
Tortoise the best survival and land even water.
Okay, so 2 different territories. Laziness is dangerous. Okay. Humble and fast. Okay, very good. Clap for her. Clap for her. I'm impressed with her answer. Humble and fast. Okay, let's go ahead. Brainstorming from a random word. We took one exercise. Not to have love affair with an idea. I told you already. Don't fall in love with your idea. Have a strong hobby. Some different hobby. So that will help you. Deep encounter. Obsession with the problem. So if you plan some 3 days, 7 days, 8 days deep encounter, some people do Maun Vrata. No? So likewise, this next 8 day I am in idea Vrata. And maybe some idea you can say, okay, I want to develop consultancy. So don't catch from my this thing as this is maybe electrical vehicle. Whole day in the sleep itself, your spouse or siblings or your parents should disturb you. Oh, what are you shouting about vehicle? So that crazy you should go in about the deep encounter. So it's saying that it should go to your subconscious mind and then idea will pop up. So as I told you at the start of my talk, I got the idea while taking bath. because I was thinking up to subconscious mind. I told in the night around midnight I got the idea and I was not having even paper. I took Sidhu's pencil and I had drawn some drawing and next day we manufactured it. Recently they tested it also. So it's not that you switch off, sign out means sign out from your brain. Then your subconscious mind will not give. आता मी विचार करणार नाही घरी गेल्यावर. So you should stop your administrative mind when you go out of the campus. But your research mind, your innovative mind, your creative, you are doing other way around. Especially I saw Swati Government. Her administrative mind is still she is taking at home. That must be stopped at 6 p.m. And then maybe research, creative mind, that will also make your brain relax. It will not, your research stress will not be harmful for you, but your administrative stress will be very harmful. And that's what I keep telling that if you want to strengthen the heart muscles, then it gets strengthened under stress. And when it will get weakened, when it will get weak under stress only. Both hormones will get released. The hormone making your heart muscle strong will also get developed under stress. And the hormone strengthening your heart muscles will also get developed under stress. So when you will take stress of stress, then your heart will become weak. And when you enjoy that stress, yes, under pressure I developed this product. Under pressure I could do this administrative work. Under pressure I set right all these things. The moment you start enjoying that stress, your positive hormone of strengthening heart muscle will get released. But the moment you start saying, sir, what should I tell you? It's a very stressful situation. I am not getting time. Are you getting it? So that's how you idea pop out junction of work and relaxation. Canteen at workplace. So that's why I take people to canteen who gives me good ideas, not gossiping members are not allowed with me. She takes me forcefully. But usually when I take with me, huh? Gossiping people I am not taking a cup of tea because I get lot of idea at the place of relaxation. Then discussion and interaction, meeting minds, provocation, diversion, generation of option. See what happens, I get a lot of ideas by discussing with our Daide sir. Maybe some other mechanical faculty members, because I am thinking from my perspective of civil engineering. She thinks from her electrical engineering. Someone else thinks from others. So when we interact, what will happen? There is no civil engineer, no electrical, no computer. It will be kind of diversion will take place. So that's how discussion and interaction is important. Are you getting it? So that's why in orientation program I told to discuss. The discussion culture is not there. We discuss only for the gossiping purpose. Fortunately, Thakre sir, we are conducting weekly meeting. Initially, people were worried what every week his colleague is not taking action, not issuing memos. If you come, allowed. If you don't come, Fine. But ask him after maybe 3 months, 4 months, now that our meetings are giving results. So your weekly department meetings, they are giving results. So such interaction discussions are important, and for that purpose you should attend good conferences, workshops, seminars, not for the sake of getting certificates, not for your academic credits. Attend here very already we are doing it in Sweden. Attend 2 or more conferences per year, internal seminars. You should go and sit if some final year project seminars are going on in some other department. Attend some if online, and if you are not able to go out, some online free conferences, etc. Give time for your development. From where ideas will come? Newspaper, fly catcher, mosquito trapper. So from I remember, like there was a news in the Marathi local newspaper, our Pingle sir, he was the YSP of Pandharpur, and he got the chemical adulterant those with some farmer. In fact, he was adulterating milk, and through that I got the idea: can I make milk adulteration kit? So that's one example how newspapers, magazines, book, internet, traveling. People are walking libraries. You may discuss in train, but we are not talking. Generally, keep talking. We are very shy. Build a habit of talking from the people from other domain. Usually after 6 p.m. I am not responding to anyone from college. In the morning also I have so many other people and no one is from college side. So it will give make relaxed mind, chance of intrusion. Some small accidents will take place and it will create provocation. Not literally, I'm saying accident. Accident like meeting Suri sir, meeting of Suri sir and Ronge sir to form RHRDM. Such accident. Careful observation and open mind is required, and you will get the original ideas. So here are some examples. Analogy, we were talking about analogy. So another technique of provocation. So attach a story, anecdote and metaphor. So you should tell the electrical engineering example by telling stories. Some other stories like table of HOD equals to traffic regulator. Here are examples. Control of corruption, effective judiciary. So something like that. Life of analogy. So you have to find these analogies. Reversal methods. Intentionally you ask reverse manner. Or like something like what happens if oxygen is not there? What happens if teachers are not there? What happens if I am not good teacher? What happens? So reversal, provoke the mind, agitate it, break established pattern. What happens if I go in the class and don't use chalk and board as well as PPTs? How will I consume 1 hour? Effective as a stepping stone. Break pattern. So that's called as a reversal method. Fusion of opposites. What will happen? Powerful if achieved. Good of both words, as we discussed that. So here are some examples of kind of interchange of parts. Like you can see earlier, it was only stainless steel. They have used the best of stainless steel and best of copper to make the combination. Okay. Then brainstorming, we discussed about it. Collective generation of ideas. No criticism is allowed. Earlier also we discussed. Record all ideas, equality among all the participants. You should not say, I am your chodi, you listen to me. No, all are equal in brainstorming stage. Then encourage wide witty ideas, suitable infrastructure. So for conducting the brainstorming, you can make a round table and start discussing. Ideas generated through random word. So how we can do it? You can, madam was asking some games, no? So here are the games, like random words. You can ask, bring the dictionary, open some page number 300 or page number 150, word 20 or word number 10 from top, whatever word comes, you can see idea gets generated. Should be well familiar word. There are some games also related to words and something like that. Here are the how ideas get generated. Okay. So first we are just throwing out the words. First we are throwing out the words, and based on that product should be created. Someone is saying box, someone is saying pipe, someone is saying bulb, someone is saying water, someone is saying heater. Connect all these words, and someone is saying some sleep or whatever. Someone is saying smile. Connect all these words and see if you think product. Shall we do that? You can close eye and maybe we will throw some 5 words. One by word I will say randomly word, and maybe you can think of some product. If you want, you can write down also. Maybe if we get some option of generating random words. Random word generator. Oh, it's there. Random word generator is there. Chicken. Okay. Let's say next. Expect. Virtue. Virtue. If you don't like, you can scrap. If you don't like any word, you can scrap. Hunter. Industry. Jungle. Beneficiary. Affect. How many words are there? 6, 7. I will give 10 words and you have to choose any 5 words and create something out of it. Let's say chalk. Fisherman. 10. Okay. Read. Can you read loudly those words? If someone, I will repeat after you. Chicken. Expect. Virtue. Hunter. Industry. Jungle. Beneficiary. Affect. Chalk. Fisherman. Okay. You can take metaphors also. Don't take literally words. I will give you intriguing things. Maybe I will give, it's a 12:21. So maybe you can take 5 to 7 minutes and think. If you get some idea, product, something, philosophy, concept, whatever you do, you can do the combination, connect something, you create some metaphor, you think, close your eyes, whatever things you come to your mind. So I'm restricting time 5 minutes intentionally. No rules. You form your own rules. Think like Big Boss show. No rules. Do whatever you want. You can write your poem also. That is also idea. We said idea is creating something new. You can create like AI, artificial intelligence, a picture also. I don't mind. And maybe we will give 5 minutes to explain. Another 2 minutes. No rules. Do whatever you want. I hope online audience also is doing something. They can also respond in chat box. So there are 25 participants. You can maybe if audio is out, you can unmute and talk. Online audience can also talk. Anyone wants to talk? Or you can say it in the chat. Okay, time is over. Maybe who wants to raise hand and give mic also or talk loudly? Volunteers. Okay. Okay. Continue.
Understanding sequence affect the environmental cycle chain.
Okay.
So whoever beneficiary people are there in the world should avoid first hunting the chickens and then expect from the others that that should be happen in the world of such cycle chain should not be broken by people or hunters.
Okay, very good. Clap. We will clap for everyone. Next. You want to say something? Stand up. Loudly, loudly.
I will start chicken stall.
Very good. Clap for us.
And I will feel customer benefits of then find some hunter increasing my business, I will take help from fishermen. Then I will start chicken and fish
Very good. Okay. This side, maybe Shivdesar or someone else.
So we can start the industry which has the product of preserved chicken, specially designed for or the specially recipe for the jungle hunters or fishermen to survive in jungle.
Very good. Very creative. Madam want to say something. There are no always a veg and non-veg members. I have enjoyed both. So that's why.
I selected keywords as fisherman expect industry, stock and effect and beneficiary to reduce the effect of storm.
Effect of okay. Effect okay.
Effect of storm, fisherman is expecting some solution from industry so that they will get beneficiary.
Very good, very good, good. Okay. Next, Hazare madam. Big clap for her. What is your name? Archana. What?
Industry person came to our department. His talk is very, his talk, his expert lecture with our students with the help of chalk, and his talk is not only subject of student but also
She is also vegetarian. This side, Shinde sir, chicken specialist.
Irshabad is a village which is affected by landslide due to heavy rain. Rainwater is useful to survive the jungles. Mostly industry requires more amount of water, and the rest of the water goes in pond, and the fishermen used to catch the fishes.
Very good. Let's see from the idea, sir.
We expect the chalk industry should produce dust-free chalks, which does not affect the health of the beneficiaries working in the organization.
Very good, very good. So we created many problem statement. Very good, very good. Anyone now volunteer?
Constructed a small experiment that instructor did not expect chicken in Japan.
Okay. What is that?
Japan is the only country which their governments restrict to not to fishing from their own seashore. They used to export the fish from the other countries so that they can make a balance of sea lives and sea. They can make a balance which will affect the human's life with the help of sea lives.
Okay, very good. Okay, good clap for all of you. Now maybe we'll continue. I'm enjoying this exercise. So anyone from the online audience, we got very good responses from offline audience. So anyone from online audience, if you put it in chat, I will read your response also. But before we go ahead and continue talk, maybe this idea you have understood good. Maybe we will take now words connected. Now we took random words. We will take something, some product, and get the connected words. You can add connected words, like here you can see the first word was random. You can see here the first word was random, like bag, they got it from dictionary. Then other words were given by like pocket, suspension, and all that. And then here, what is that? Donch spoon. Okay, and then no spilling, stability, and all those words were given. So likewise, we can take some word and we can start. Maybe we'll take some word, kind of some product related word we'll take, and from this side we'll take software related word. When you give word, you will give supporting words, and you think some picture out of it. Okay, so that we will try maybe another 5 minutes, right? Is it good? Okay, so you give some word, and you give, they will say which one is good. We'll ask them to choose. You give word. Solar. Business. Okay. Product related I am asking. Solar. Any other product? You can tell, not near necessarily. You tell, why are you suggesting that? Motherboard. Okay. Battery. Okay. LED lamps. Okay. Semiconductor. Okay. Give simple one because any mouse. Okay. Which one you want to choose? Shout loudly, then I will understand. Don't talk with others. You shout loudly.
Solar.
Everyone is with solar. Okay. Chalo, we will take solar. Now everyone should give one word. I guess someone should write down solar. You have understood how to connect the words. Okay, solar connect. Sir, give one word.
Solar plate.
No, you don't say solar now. Plate. Okay. Connect plate.
UPS.
UPS. Car.
Battery.
Battery.
Motor.
Motor. These are coming divergent. We are not able to make one product maybe. Charge controller. Energy. Okay. Inverter. Okay. Now you do marriage of that solar word with whatever words given by them, and you suggest one product. Shout loudly. Out of their word, you shout loud. This is very good. Like, shout which one word you want out of these words suggested by them. Don't dominate. Panel. Only one word. Do you whatever you remember you like from their side. Have you understood the rules of the game? Energy. Car. Battery. Okay, let's say car is a majority. So solar car is a product. Now your job is to suggest the words connected to solar car only. Now you connect. Now you write down.
Battery.
Solar charging station.
Solar charging system, solar battery. Speed, who is saying speed? Okay, speed.
Hybrid cars.
Huh?
Hybrid cars.
No. Connected to this only.
Hybrid solar.
Okay, hybrid. Okay.
Motor.
Tell one word only. Motor. Sensor. Microcontroller. Solar light. Can you see now? You got the solar product by connecting the word. You got specifications related, requirement related words randomly by thinking related to that word. And that's how you get the creativity. I got some responses. Lighting system, array, some words I am getting from them also. Very good. Good. Shall we go ahead? I guess this exercise is good. Not to have love affair with the idea. I avoid mind blocks. What will happen if you fall in love with your idea? It will create mind block. Be objective at some stage. Initially, you should be open to your ideas, but slowly you should start becoming objective. Drop it if it is not strong. You should ready to kill your idea. Even though you said understand it's not good idea, but still you are continuing, that's not good. Do not develop weak idea. What will happen? Wastage of resources and wastage of time. Idea, sir? No. You have to take judgment about that. Develop a strong habits. It will give. What are those strong habits? Healthy breaks, relaxation of mind, one-dimensional to multi-dimensional thinking. Other tools, think in a constraints. Suppose you want to develop a solar car which should travel in Sweri campus. Is it good? Can you run car in Sweri campus? No, our campus is not good for solar car. It's not. There are a lot of ups and downs. Driving will become difficult. So you'll have to create complicated. I want to go to fourth floor. So I will have to create complicated things. So thinking in constraint. Discover new tools, a life time out going process. Okay, discover new tools. So these are various techniques like reversal method, change interventions. So we can maybe close by taking this concluding remark. We all have very high creative potential. So don't underestimate power of your mind. मी तुमच्यासारखं हुशार नाही हो. I am not that creative. Don't underestimate power of your creativity. Generate several ideas. Fill idea rack with independent ideas. Then, to think is a tangible and bears of fruit. You create lunch times at a think time. Do not disturb. I am thinking. Okay? New ideas are fragile. Protect them. No favoritism during ideation. Essential requirement. Flexibility. Interdisciplinary. Idea should be flexible and interdisciplinary. Idea should be interdisciplinary and flexible. And we have already discussed, but towards the end, you can take home. These are the some helpful tool for the idea generation. That's the end of my first talk. You can clap if you want. Thank you. Anything you want to say, you can stand up and talk for 5 minutes. Then I can think over other talk. What did you learn? Maybe you can discuss.
This way. The first time we have discussed about how to create ideas.
Very good.
And for our study, this will be one of the exercise that we can develop or discuss during the, so that students also get this word knowledge as well as how the idea.
Very good. Very good. So maybe sometimes the way we gather together for meditation, we should come here, remove all the chairs, sit in Bharatiya Baitak by sitting back and think, meditate for 5 minutes. Come, sit in round, discuss what we have done, go back again, go back. What will happen? Disturbing, isolating, disturbing, isolating. This type of exercises also we will do sometimes. That's a good idea. Anything? Anyone those who have not spoken, Rajmani madam, this side maybe. What is his name?
Idea should not be restricted to your mind. Okay. It should become on paper or process should be happen.
Okay, it should be stored. Otherwise, it will go away, vanish. It's a fragile. Okay, madam, you want to say something? Ask.
First of all, very thank you to you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and sharing your experiences with us.
I will get thanks later.
Still, I need to thank from my side. It is the reason is behind is that we were getting the ideas and those were getting flushed in the environment. We were not keeping in a racks.
So you can use your memo also. There is something called a memo or notepad. So you can keep talking to yourself. So you should become mad sometimes. People laugh at us, but mad people only they change the world. So let people laugh at us. There is some quota. Afterwards, they will start appreciating. So don't worry if someone is laughing at you, someone is targeting you, someone is isolating you, someone is ignoring you, someone is even not taking you for party. Don't worry.
So we got the new concept of the idea rack. You explain your experience through your entire life, including your experience also. It is very useful for us, like analog our things with your experiences. And last thing is what you made us to think, and you make us understood that how ideas can be generated, and you made us understand that the generation of ideas is not a difficult one. It is easy, but we have to invest our time on it.
Very good. Nicely compiled feedbacks. Thank you. Immediate feedback, so that will help me to take to next step. Again, this is, I guess, there is, I forgot his name, Kulkarni sir, he was alumni of IIT and he gave me these slides. So I am acknowledging members who have given me these slides. So this is reverse engineering and import substitution. So usually this talk is very useful for the mechanical engineers, but I guess you can also make use of it. And it's a, I guess, multidisciplinary audience. Who are anyone from mechanical civil? This, huh? Okay. So reverse engineering. In fact, we have lab also of reverse engineering. You can do reverse engineering in electrical very easily. So I had last time told to take out till loop motor, or for that purpose you should teach your student to do winding. Are you teaching? I don't know. So winding course you can call 1 or 2 day by paying salary to that the person who is doing winding. Purchase one setup of motor where winding can be done, and such motor winding that course you can teach. I guess you may think that that's not required, but that's sometimes essential. I tell electronics engineer, whenever I used to hire electronics engineer, I used to ask, can you do the soldering? Are you good in soldering? Civil engineers, sometimes they should do mixing of this mortar and maybe the kind of mixtures and things like that. And they should work with hand. And that through that your brain get developed. Already our analytical brain is very sharp as we have gone through a lot of theoretical courses. On the other hand, if you practice by hand, it will take you to different level. That's the message. And then why to rotate the wheel again? So instead of that, you should become curious and make the reverse engineering. That is, break the existing product, try to produce, try to apply engineering. For example, you can take your Tillu motor 0.5 HP, open everything, ask student to make drawing, design how it is made, electrical circuit, may take some electrical circuit, ask them to break or connections and all that, whatever drawing communication they want to learn from the actual perspective. So that is the idea of this reverse engineering. So what is reverse engineering? A systematic methodology for analyzing the design of existing device or system, either as an approach to study the design or a prerequisite for redesign. So systematic definition is there. A systematic methodology for analyzing the design of existing device or system. Either there are two purposes. One is either to study the design, what is there in that design, or prerequisite to redesign. Suppose I want to improve the bottle, but I don't know how this bottle itself is made. So first, that's what we do in our life actually. When we solve the new problem, before that we solve repeat classroom tutorials, multiplication, 2 into 2, 4. How many times initially we have done is, hey, what is use of this 2 into 2, 4? That time if we might have asked, no use of this multiplication, no use of this table. Initially we forced as a kid, someone forced us to remember tables of 2, tables of 10, tables of 12. And now we do it with subconscious mind. And that's how, if you want to develop new products, first you break the existing product and understand what is there. Even computer engineers can do that. There is option of checking the code. Now they blocked it, new technology is there. They are not, if we are not able to. But when I learned initially HTML, there was option and we used to copy the codes of good websites. And then we used to make websites. So in computer also it is reverse engineering is possible. Are you getting it? And there are like tools. I also have one tool I can show you. Maybe it's a pencil or something. Yes, I guess pencil project or something is there. So in that you can design GUI, you can make even though you don't know the coding, you can create a similar platform, pencil project, I guess. Pencil project. Yes. So this, you can see this pencil project for computer engineers. If you want to develop a GUI, so you can download this and it's available. So you can, what you can do is, you can, maybe I will show you some YouTube video. It's a good for you. A pencil project. So you can mock up the UI, no? UI, what they call UI. Yes.
TJ Green. In this video, I want to quickly show you a phone apps, mobile app project.
You can develop one app, mobile app.
For this video, this is the website that you can download from. It runs on Windows. I believe it runs on Windows and it's a Mac. I downloaded this as a good version that works for me, this Debian package, because I'm using Linux Mint. But if you click on downloads, you can find the download for your system. So download animation software. This is called Pencil Project, and it lets you create a manga, and it has different assets you can choose from. You can do flowcharts and text and clickable buttons. And so we're just going to start by creating.
Like earlier, we used to use the
very quickly go through this. I'm not going to do a whole tutorial series on this. This will just be a longer video.
Visual Basic is a similar to that one. But here, what is that? You don't have to do any coding. You can create page 1, page 2, page 3, and something like that.
Different options down below here. This isn't necessarily a user interface. And then we would add text into each of these, or we have different types of markup text as well.
You can create websites also, and before even you start writing, you can create such designs, page 1, page 2, page 3, etc. And that's how it will work. Like you can create some app design, your whatever, madam, your mobile app development is there. No? Initially, you can ask them to create mock-up, and then they should do the coding. Are you getting it? So, because in aligning itself, they are spending time. So they should have ready design 1 page, design 2 page, design 3 page, and then coding part. That way it should work. And over the period, teachers should develop such design and take help of students. Otherwise, what students are doing just for showing GUI itself, their project is over. It is not working at all. Are you getting it? So this is also a kind of reverse engineering. This is also a kind of reverse engineering. Reverse engineering helps to develop a systematic approach of thinking about engineering design and devices and systems. It acquires mental data bank of mechanical design solutions. And what are the analysis we will have to do? One is system-wide analysis, sub-system dissection, and individual component analysis. So how whole system is there? What are the subsystems in that, and what are the individual components in that? So you can understand if you do the reverse engineering. And then you also can do the customer requirements. Through that, you can understand customer requirements, engineering requirement, functional specifications, and prediction of subsystem and components. So what are the documents and subsystems that also you can understand. Here is the example of small kitchen scale, and with example we will understand. So you know the statement also is written. You should write statement. Intentionally statement is written. You may say, wow, how boring, what is this boring part? But in reverse engineering, we have to play with the known things only. You have to take examples for students of known things. I will read the statement intentionally. The kitchen scale is useful device to measure out small amount of food that are to be prepared. So here why it is required is written. There are many people who need to be careful of quantity of food that they take in. Diabetics must be careful of amount of certain foods they eat in order to maintain proper sugar level. People on weight loss diet must also be careful with number of calories that they consume at every meal. The kitchen scale is a device that can help to control the amount of food consumed by an individual. So see, daily I am taking measuring my weight. If we there is one another way of reducing weight is measuring your food amount of food you are eating. Usually we are measuring 2 chapatis. Who knows how big chapatis you are eating? So if you measure in kgs, you may reduce the content. So different perspective of looking at the product. So here it is written customer perspective. Some of the things that the customer might look in the kitchen scale are the cost of the item and its appearance. What are the two prominent things customer may look in the kitchen scale? One is cost, another is appearance. Some other factor they would be concerned about would be how sturdy that device will be. Third important is how sturdy that will be. And the accuracy of weighing process and its size. So you can understand the level of importance again. First, while purchasing kitchen scale, will you focus on accuracy? Sir, I must measure in ppm. Or not 1 gram accuracy is required. Are you focusing on that? So what is your main concern? First concern will be cost, cheap. Next, appearance. It should look good also in my kitchen. That's why instead of purchasing that sabji wala tarazu, you are purchasing the different one. Someone will say, okay, digital will look good in my kitchen. Are you getting it? Then comes weighing process, size and accuracy, etc. Engineer's perspective, that's a customer perspective. Now you will have to see from engineer's perspective. So when we do dissection, you will have to see everyone. Engineer has a totally different perspective from which he operates or she operates. The engineer will be looking at things like the material that the object is made of. What is the material? What is the mechanism? What are the strength of the material used? In relation to kitchen scale, is the riveting process of the plate to the stem adequate? He has different worries. Are the material used strong enough to hold 1 pound of weight? Does the kitchen scale have any sharp edges that could cause injury? What mechanism is necessary to give an accurate reading of the scale? Are you getting it? Customer perspective is different. Engineer perspective is different. Who else is there? Functional requirement. From that also there will be some perspective. Kitchen scale must be able to accommodate 1 pound of food. So you should be able to set on the box. You have to write up to 1 pound, up to 2 pounds. Some ladies will think, 1 pound, 200, 2 pound, 100, give me 2 pound. They are not bothered accuracy. This will give up to 0.1 pound. This will give up to 0.01 pound. Are you getting it? So highlighting specifications. You should, in fact, now after listening to my talk, you will go and ask river engineering, why this one is cheap? In civil engineering, they reject the tenders if your cost is too low and too high. Plate must be large enough to hold 1 pound food. The stem must be strong enough to support plate and food. The linkages must be designed so that the reading accurate to the nearest 0.25 ounce. Readout must be easily read. The design must lend itself to easy cleaning and sanitizing. Next, project must have at least 2 subsystems. Each subsystem must have at least 2 components. Okay, so when you are selecting that, it should not be too simple. Reverse engineering bottle. So it says that each project must have at least 2 subsystems and subsystem should have at least 2 components. Then understanding will be easy. So you can see here, we can create a fishbone diagram. So this is the scale. One system is platform and there are components like stem, rivets and top plate. Another is spring mechanism, nut, thread and some kind of spring is there. And then you can see 4-bar mechanism and housing. So this is another system. And here are the examples which you can choose if you want to teach the reverse engineering, like bathroom scale, beer pocket, bicycle pump, bolt cutter, can operator, corkscrew, and so many examples are there. You can choose them. These are generic example. In first year we can use, and then you can take the branch specific examples when you go to the second year of reverse engineering. Next part of my talk is import substitution. It's a very important topic. Quickly I will try to introduce. I will share the slides. You can go in detail. So here there is a GDP per capita. Now this is little bit changed. British Raj, you can see. Before Mughal Empire, what was the GDP? That has more or less continued up to 1950, same. Whereas the GDP of United Kingdom, how it got rapidly increased. Why? Because they were exporting the things, and that's the reason. You can see the importance of imports. What are the top imports of India? You can see petroleum, crude oil product, and that's where electrical engineers can play the role. The most, second one is gold, third one is electronic goods. If you can reduce import of petrol, crude and related products, then that itself is a big service. Next one, gold. If you stop using gold, you can reduce that, and so many other things are there. So top priority, you can understand importance of electrical vehicles. And then you can see the relation of imports and exports. The red one is exports and blue one is imports. So what should be high? Export should be high or import should be high? Export. I guess that way you are. So that way you are. Have you understood? Import substitution means you have to learn what are we importing, and once you learn, can we stop import of that product? That means, should we go and force the people who are importing? No. You should give substitute. or you should have indigenous product to replace that product, and that's the important, and that's the reason I'm saying it's a import substitution. So what are the steps for import substitution? If you want to replicate any product which is import substitute, the procedure is as given below. Look for the sample of any imported product. So what you should do, we can also, if you go to the chore bazaar, or you can request companies faulty product or product which is scrapped to give us. So you should create that drive. I guess Thackeray sir is noting that. And look for the sample of any imported product through your friends, relatives, as per the lifetime syllabus attached. If you find sample, then the sample will have model number and company name. So once you find that imported product, you will find that. Google to get catalog of each which may contain the drawing. Once you get that imported product, find the company name and product number. Google, it's a catalog. There is no compulsion that there must be drawing. If you get stuck, try another product until you succeed. What you should do, if not this, ह्याच्याशी थोडंच लग्न केलं की आता ह्याला सोडून दुसरं काय करताय. If you get stuck, find another till you get succeed. That's the way of. You must find the samples which you think you can make or repair. So what is the objective of finding such sample? You have to either make or repair. You should also have confidence of selling the product if made by you. So please consider easy product first and then take difficult product. Are you getting it? How to start? First, request, buy, go to world market in Pune. I should also go. Then steps to import substitution. So first step is visit zuba.com. So there is a website called, I don't know whether it is working or not. It must be working. This time is zuba.com. This is the website where you will come to know what are the things being imported. So you participate global trade. So you can see what are the things imported. So here is the example of another. Directly we can copy paste. You will see the product which is being imported. It's a HS code you will have to find out. This is the product. You can see import shipment record found. How many record? 234,965. Details of that. You can see pressure filters and similar to that. Custom duties and all that. You can see it's a detail. Import in USA, manufacturers, and you can see the list and per unit in INR, it's a cost. Are you getting quantity and who is purchasing from where it is coming? So all these things you will get on this website. Are you getting it? One more product is given. So what you have to do is you have to find the HS number of that product and you can get all the details. So details analysis you can see here already given HS code. You can see all the details here. How many units have been imported? what is its value, amount, and how many quantities they are importing. If it is one or two, etc., you can import. You have to see what products are ordered in bulk. So that's how you can see on this website. Next one is steps for import substitute. Please get the HS code of above sample. For getting HS code, these products, you can visit this website. Another website is there. It is called as eximguru.com. So you can put the some kind of product name and you will get also directly HS code. Then please generate 2-3 samples of defective product and start repairing them. So you have to start download the catalog and study. So you have to download the catalog and study. I guess he has given the example also. Start finding the people who help in repairing. So you don't need to know it. You can get help. You can pay money for that manufacturer by paying it. So here they have given an example. This is the wall. HS code of wall is given. I will open it. This is of our Indian government website, and we can add this code and we will understand maybe over the period this website is changed. So you can see here this code product is imported around 7873.0 lakh. That is how much? 7.8 crore rupees amount of product is being imported. So likewise you will understand. Otherwise, without knowing how much import, only one or two product is imported, and you are investing whole your time. That is not good. That's why you have to understand the commercial value of import substitution, and then only you should invest. That's the message you can get. So look for the total market. Here it is said how to judge out of. Look for the total market. It should be between 50 lakh to 500 crore. Then only you should choose. Otherwise 5 lakh, 10 lakh, not useful. Minimum 1 crore I will say. Otherwise look at least 30 to 50% profit. And that's how you will have to work for the import substitution. I guess that was part of my second talk. Do we have time for third talk or what? 11:32? 20 minutes are there? Okay. Quickly, third talk also I will cover. What is third talk? New product development. Recently we did workshop by Dr. Prahlada from, some of you have already seen these slides, so it's good to have brush up. So new product development, design and development. So once we have to have new product, then what are the, you can understand the different knowledge streams are required. Maybe manufacturing engineer, purchasing specialist, electronics engineer, mechanical engineer, industrial designer, marketing professionals, could be finance team, legal team, sales team, environmental team. So all these things are required. That is mean by you need even though you don't have expertise of that domain. We understood in the first phase how to get ideas. We understood how to make reverse engineering. We understood where to find kind of saleable product. One way is like a reverse engineering. If we don't find customer in India, we will stop import, and we already get customer survey itself. And once we identify some product, how to go ahead. There are different phases in the product. What are those phases? Phase 0 is planning. Phase 1 is concept development. Phase 2 is system level design. Phase 3 is detailed design. Phase 4 is testing and refinement, and phase 5 is production ramp up. So at least we should, as an academician, we should get the till testing and refinement at least at the prototyping stage. Okay, and how do we do that at different stages? That is a process of sequence of steps in the product development. It is nothing but a process of sequence of steps that transform a set of inputs into set of outputs. So once we get idea, do you think life is over? That's where your things will start. You have to start with planning, concept development, system level design, detailed design, testing, refinement, and ramp up. And then along with these horizontals, there are verticals also. What are those verticals? We have to see all these steps from various vertical perspectives also, like marketing, design, manufacturing, and other functionalities. So we'll understand one by one. How do we look from the marketing perspective all these horizontal steps? So if we say planning, articulate market opportunity, define market segment. For which segment I am going to launch this product, we will have to understand. In the concept development stage, how marketing role will play? Collect customer need. You want to say something? You are smiling. Okay, then I will stop there. Is it the same? Okay, you can go in deeper level. I will cover it. The concept development stage, what are you going to do? You are trying to find the customer need identification. Then in the system level stage or system level design, we will have to develop a plan for product options and extended product family. So you as if you can see that we get the word from the solar, we got different product, family of product. So you may restrict yourself due to budget, but you, in your what do you call it, bank of ideas or rack of ideas, you can store that idea that you can launch in future. Initially, you may launch a power bank, and then you may have solar power bank. You may have like power bank for other purpose, something like that. Detail of design, like develop marketing plan. So from marketing perspective also you may have design modification. So what is the example of that? We used to get the advertise of AC. Before you reach at home, you start your AC. Like somebody madam want to go home. After going home, open door, then start AC and then wait for cooling. So instead of that, when she start from home, she will switch on the AC. And they used to make advertise of that. But that's sometimes cheating. Is it that important function? But there is a ka bolla शिवरली रंगा रस डोंगा परी ऊस काय बरोबर आहे ना? अरे वा यश पाखेर what is that? Okay. So likewise, there was a MG MG start the car. Or what are you looking? That electronics is not that important aspect of car. What are the safety feature? What is the mileage? What is the, it's a durability. These are the important aspects. So, but marketing team will create some kind of bulbulaya, illusion. So you have to be careful when you are a customer, and you have to be smart when you are product development. So these are enemies of each other. Okay, testing, develop, promotion, and launch material. So from the design itself, it will come. Let's go to the next aspect, that is design. So from the design, in the planning, consider product, platform, and architect, and assess the technologies. And this is a totally different. These are kind of engineering perspective. Investigate feasibility of product concept, develop individual design concept, build and test experimental prototype. System level, what you will do? Develop a product architect, define a major subsystem and interfaces, refine industrial design and preliminary component engineering. And in detail, you can have geometry, choose material, assign tolerances, and kind of design documentation. And in the testing phase, you should see for what purpose you are testing, maybe reliability, durability, regulation like BS6 regulation, assess environmental impact and implement the design changes. And when you are doing the product ramp up, evaluate early product output. What is meant by product ramp up? They are kind of giving to the known customer. Somebody madam is working in my company, so if it goes wrong, I can say give back, I will give you back. So that's called as a product ramp up testing. Next, manufacturing. Here there is a different game. So identify production constraint. When you are designing, you have to think from manufacturing constraint point of view. Set up supply chain strategy. I am designing gold, but who will provide me gold? Estimate manufacturing cost. Assess product feasibility. Identify suppliers key component. Perform make buy analysis. Define final assembly scheme. In the detailed design, what should you have? Production process, design tooling, quality assurance, and procurement of long tooling. Otherwise, today this is available, but tomorrow there is no guarantee. These constraints also you have to identify. In the testing and refinement, you will have to facilitate supplier ramp up. If in Pune something happens, can we get it from Chennai? Refine fabrication and assembly process. Train the workforce and refine the quality assurance process. I am having sub vendors, but the process is very complicated. For that sub vendor, he is not able to get that machine properly, then it is not good. Then other functions also you have to see, like research perspective, demonstrate available technology, finance and general management. From in the concept development in finance, you can see facilitate economic analysis. Legal aspect you have to study. In the system level, service, identify service issues. Sometimes vehicle should have some faults, then only service center will work. Too sturdy, 2 year, no Maruti cars were like that. Then service center will die out. And too faulty car, people will not accept, like Skoda. Its maintenance was too costly. People stopped buying it. Maruti car, same. The people who were having the maintenance things, they were not in profit. So you have to have some balance, that strategies. And then these are various processes like identify customer need, establish target specification, as madam is going to cover, I'm going to rush fast. generate product concept, select product concepts, and test product concept, set final specifications. Whatever we are doing in design thinking here at the, and like from various benchmark perspective, you have to do from like economic performance, benchmarking with respect to competitors' product, and build and test prototype. So these are the various activities we have to do. So I guess I will stop. So many other points are there quickly. How to find, identify customer needs, how to set the target specification. These are the activities. Then how to generate the concept or ideas, and how to select out of various concept. That is also one of the step. And then how to test concept. So how to test the concept? What is the requirement? As I told you, sometimes you are testing the concept which is not that important. So that's kind of cheating of customer. It will not see MG vector. Do you see the cars of MG vector? But whereas you see Tata, Nexon, lot of cars are there. So because they have given importance to core things. Setting final specifications. When we will go to the manufacturing, what will be the final specifications? And once you have final specification, what are the project planning? So idea, product, prototype, manufacturing plan, and final project plan. All these things are different ball games. Even though your idea may be good, even though your prototype may be good, even though your first phase products may be good, final product launch may not be good. So at each stage, there are different things, and that's like other things may play role, like economic analysis. For example, Tata Nano car, it was so much hype. Tata was not even required to do advertisement. It was accepted also. Initially, demand was also there, but now you see nowhere. It's not there. So much investment died out. Benchmarking of competitive product, modeling and prototype. So you can see in the modeling and prototype is of different type, like early proof of concept model. Initially, for the selection stage, you cannot spend lot of money in a prototyping. Next, form only models which can be shown the customer to evaluate ergonomics type. Then spreadsheet models for the technical trade-off. You get profit out of this, you get profit out of this much. If you do profit out of this, that is another product. Experimental test model, which can be used to set design parameter for the robust performance. So prototypes will be of different type. One product may have different prototypes. Let's say this mobile is there. It's not working, but if customer wants to understand how it fits in my pocket, how it fits in my hand, how I will in the evening if I am relaxed, how I will watch it. Whether it slips from my hand, if it falls down, what will happen? That's one thing. Another thing, when I will install everything and make prototype. Another thing is like, if I install Android, how much it will cost? If I install M1 chip, how much it will cost? If I install, let's say, some other chip, how much it will cost? It will be in Excel. So that is also a prototype. So I guess I'm done. You have 4 minutes to ask questions. Thanks, vote of thanks. Any questions? No questions? I'm also tired. Continuously from 8 a.m. आलं बघा हे. सर आणि सर ड्रॉइंग इथे. Favoritism. चलो डन. थैंक यू.
So good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Prashant Pawar sir for your valuable time and talk on idea wrap, reverse engineering, and new product design and development, which is most useful for the faculties. And this topic should be covered in the faculty development programs so that faculties may implement that to the students. So, on behalf of Computer Science Engineering Department and Electrical Department, I thank Dr. Prashant Pawar sir. And concluded that session one has ended. There will be break up to 2 p.m. and next session will start sharp at 2 p.m. So all the online and offline participants are requested to gather on website and in the seminar hall sharp at 2 p.m. We are having Mr. Girish Sampath sir, Program Manager, Sveri Super Center of Excellence, who will talk on business model canvas and value proposition canvas. So that will be the topic. So I request all to come on sharp time. Thank you so much.